When I was in college back in the 80s, I was what they call a call girl for 6 or 9 months, maybe a year. I don't remember exactly how long. And after that, I was pretty much a monogamous woman, didn't hook up. I got married. I was monogamous for 25 years, but I knew that men like sex. And I liked sex too, obviously. There were many years that I did not have sex with my husband because he made it very unpleasant for me. And he didn't want to change anything that I needed changing. The whole time of the 5 to 10 years, I don't know, it was many years, I did not have sex with him. I assumed he was getting it elsewhere. I wondered if he was getting it elsewhere. I didn't know. I didn't know if he would see an escort or had some woman at work or someone that he met when he was on business trips or when he went on trips with his friends. I didn't know. And the point is, I wouldn't have blamed him if he had. I wouldn't have blamed him at all. So, the point of this video is to say that when women are not fucking their husbands, part of them has to wonder, is he getting it elsewhere? And if she's really honest and fair, she has to consider that she wouldn't blame him if he did. She wouldn't blame him if he did. Maybe she doesn't want to think about it. The point, though, is if you value your marriage, you have to do it in a way that's discreet. You cannot risk your relationship. You cannot fall in love with another woman. You can't do things that are obvious. You have to make sure your wife doesn't find out because it's the kind of thing she doesn't want to deal with or think about. She doesn't want to be bothered with your libido, with your sexual needs. She doesn't want her comfortable life upset by your libido, your sexual needs. These things don't matter to her. There is a difference, guys, between a woman who doesn't want to have sex as often as you want it or do crazy things in bed with you from a woman who doesn't enjoy you at all. I think if you can handle a lesser frequency, you should be able to handle a lesser frequency. But if she doesn't desire you at all, if she doesn't want to have sex at all, that's a very painful situation. And people have to find ways of dealing with that pain in their life. The way I dealt with it, I got the hell out of there. After 25 years, when the kids were gone, my bad sex marriage was extremely painful to me the entire 25 years. The entire 25 years, it was a source of great pain. Now, why did I stay, you might ask? Because sex isn't the only thing in a relationship. I had something that I valued more, and I was willing to forego my sex life with my husband that I wanted. And that was my family life, my children, being a stay-at-home mom. He was a good dad. He loved me. I felt secure in that relationship. But when the kids grew up and left home, and it was just him and me, I no longer had the family life or the kids that made it worth repressing my natural desire to be close to him, to connect with him, to be sexual with him in tender, intimate ways. I was no longer willing to suppress it. At that point, I no longer had the kids to distract me. I sought to reconnect with him, and we actually grew much closer. Much closer. We started spending more time together, but the sex never got better. And that's when I was really, really hurt. It was very painful for me emotionally. I was frustrated. I didn't understand it. When I made requests and he said, I don't care about that. I was like, can we kiss during sex? No, Sex is just physical, Sharzad. And he keeps working on the bike or whatever he's doing. Sex is just physical, Sharzad. Well, it isn't. It's emotional too. It requires empathy. It's not just, a woman is not just an ejaculation device or a plastic doll. But now, what if you're the man? The other side for men is you have a wife that loves you. She doesn't want to have sex, but she knows you want it. So every once in a while, maybe on your birthday or Christmas, she'll be very generous and she'll say, hey, it's your birthday. I'll just lay here and you can just do me. I'll just lay here. Just do it. Do it. I'll give you this little gift. Healthy men don't want any part of that. They feel like it's RAPE. They do not want to just do it and be essentially using their wife as a plastic doll. They want someone who enjoys it, who enjoys him, wants to be close to him, desires him. And I can see why you would be willing to give all that up if you have young children at home. Maybe you have a business together. You have something else that compensates for not having the sex. Maybe you find an outlet, a provider of some kind, an affair of some kind that she doesn't know about. You find an outlet so you're able to stay. But I don't know. I think that deep down, every woman who is not having sex with her husband has to consider if he's getting it elsewhere, and she just either doesn't want to think about it or she doesn't mind, or maybe she hopes that he does because she doesn't want to be bothered with that nasty sex stuff. By the way, ladies, if you're not in the mood, you can just give him a hand job. You can just snuggle with him. If you don't even want to do that, maybe you hate him. I don't know. There's something deeper going on if you don't even want to do that. That's what I think. When it's the woman who's not getting sex that she wants, like in my case, I didn't cheat on him. I think women are less likely to cheat. Although I hear that there are women who cheat just as much as men. I don't know any of these women. I know 2 other women who were in sexless marriages or unhappy, bad sex marriages, and neither one of them cheated either. Because men are more sexually more externally driven, and they're not as picky who they're having it with. Not as picky as women. Women have to feel something for the guy. They have to kind of know the guy. And women who are emotional creatures, I think they're less likely to cheat because, like, I didn't want to blow up my marriage just to have sex. I wasn't going to do that. But if you read my book, The Fuck List, you will see that I sought to get my unmet sexual needs through women. And my ex-husband didn't care. Because all the things that he wouldn't do with me, I could do with her. That's how I dealt with it. But it didn't change the pain that I felt because I wanted all that with him. So that's what I want to make this video about. Basically just saying, if you're a guy and you're not giving your wife sex, she may not be cheating. But if you're a woman, you're not giving your guy sex, he's more likely to cheat. And do you blame him? Just wondering.